All right, what's up, my peeps? This is the week 5 review of the Endurant Turf Paint. This is the perennial rye paint that I applied. The grass has started to grow out some, and as you can see, the paint is still looking great. I mean, it is still looking great. And one thing that I will say is that Endurant has been reaching out. They have been seeing the videos and they have been commenting on the videos as well. So shouts out to Endurant Turf Paint, the company, the brand, as well as the YouTube channel, because they have been reaching out. So one thing that they told me was that the grass will come out of dormancy 4 to 6 weeks earlier. And I want to show you something. So here is a piece of the grass that's been painted, and here is an actual leaf blade. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is the grass that's been painted right here. Hopefully you can see that. And here is the actual leaf blade that hasn't been painted. This grass is actually coming out of dormancy. As you can see, the other yards in the neighborhood are still pretty brown. We have some yards that are kind of like green, but it's mostly weeds. This is pure grass that has started to turn green. And so I think that they were right when they said that the turf paint will help the grass come out of dormancy 4 to 6 weeks earlier. Because like I say, the grass has grown up. Let me show you this other side as well. But the grass has started to really grow up and it is greening. And it is growing like way faster than it seems like the other yards. So here's another section. This section right here, it does have some paint on it, right? But for the most part, and I'm just pulling randoms. For the most part, there's no paint on this grass. That's just the actual blade. And it is as green can get. So, like I say, this is week number 5. I am extremely excited about what Endurant Turf Paint can do for my clients, what it can provide for my clients. They were telling me in my comments last week about some other products that they have that will help prolong the actual process of the turf paint staying on the grass a little bit longer. But from what I see, like I say, we're in week 5. It doesn't need it. It really doesn't need it. So this is going to be a product that I'm going to be using from here on out. I'm definitely already offering it. This was the first year for me offering it. And so I really didn't know exactly how the product worked. But at this point, it's like, man, I feel like I know what I'm doing. And I feel very confident about the product, using the product, now that I see that it'll last. It'll definitely last. So let me walk you around. I'm gonna point you to the ground. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. So as you can see, like I say, the grass is starting to grow up. You see this side over here, it's all brown, mostly brown. But on this other side, on my side, grass is green. Grass is green. The old saying is always greener on the other side. Oh man, that is a true statement if you're on the other side of this yard. That is a true statement. The grass is greener on this side for sure. So I just want to kind of take you around the yard. As you can see, we got some weeds here, and I'm going to be addressing those in later videos as well. But look at this grass, man. Just look at it. The grass is so nice and green. It is a beautiful green. The turf paint may be starting to kind of fade out. And if it is, it's like, man, you cannot tell it. Cannot tell it. Like, look. So right here, you can see where this is painted. You can see the paint. Everything else is as green can get. And you can tell that it's starting to grow in because in certain areas, you can see some brown. So like up in here, it's still a little bit of brown. Like, you know, you still have, you know, a few areas that has brown in it, but my gosh, all of this up in here, all of this up in here, that's green grass. That is green grass. And so for sure, it's definitely coming out of dormancy. And it seems like it's coming out of dormancy way quicker than the other lawns around this neighborhood. And so, man, I am thoroughly pleased. And even with it coming out of dormancy, just say it's coming out of dormancy, and had not this paint been on there, it would have been looking like every other yard. Well, because the paint is on there, with it coming out of dormancy, any green that you see, it's really finna pull, it's really finna shine because the brown has been painted. You know what I mean? And so it's like, it's an overall just great product to use. I'm not gonna even cut it this time. I'm gonna cut it next week, and I'm gonna trim up the bushes and all of that. But that's beside the fact. Endurant Turf Paint Perennial Rye. I highly recommend it. This is my week 5 review. I'm out.